April showers and spring flowers in my Dutch door setup. And if you'd like to see how these fun pages come together, you know what you do? You keep it right here. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. Before we get to the video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of my future videos. And it truly helps me out with the growth of the channel and also lets you make sure that you don't miss any of the fun content coming. And now let's get to our plan with me. We do have these new sticker books from Live Love Posh, along with some washi tapes from Planything, and also some distress oxides out. So I thought I would just do another horizontal Dutch door this time, and I will pull from those distress oxides, but it will be coming. And I also have those script washies which I may or may not pull from, but there are a few collections in here that I would love to use, and this one, as you know, I have already used. Setup is already on my channel, and this one, it really looks very whimsical, so I wanted to use this in my friend's journal, and this will be the last setup I have to do in here. This is not the last setup in the sense that this was the last Dutch doors I had done in this journal, and this will be the last set in the set of videos that will be coming. And I also did another summer one using the new Planything sticker books. So this is the one which you will be seeing. The video for this one will be the one to drop last. That's all I meant. And we have the distress oxides. Again, I need to kind of figure out the placement. And we have that paper clip from Journal Say, and that's usually quite helpful in holding the pages down because you don't want the other pages to be interfering with whatever you're working with. So we have a spring picnic kind of theme, and we did go with, so that's the theme here, and really fun colors and such a fun color palette. And it just evolves into something other than what I had imagined. If you have been following me, you know how I love to experiment with new things and new techniques. So I'm trying to see what we could combine on a page, because you could paint, you could sit in, obviously have a picnic and then have some food, and then you do have some flowers if somebody brings you some, or you take it there, you put it in a glass or a vase there just so that it can look pretty. And those paint pens, and you do have the moths flying around, and I just want the colors to be not the same right next to each other. And we do have some chicks, and there are some gardening stickers in here. So I'm on to doing my first Dutch door using this gyro cut, and this will be the first set. And just trying to reposition some of the elements here so that that picnic time can be fully seen. And this is a very fun Dutch door. I started with some vision in mind, and it just evolved into something totally different, and I loved the newer version, the one we've ended up with more, I have to say, just making sure everything is in frame. Sometimes you do kind of knock things over and things go everywhere. So we have the next set of Dutch doors now. And let me know if you have been trying any new techniques lately, if you're doing Dutch doors or if you are not comfortable, because I know it is overwhelming for a lot of folks. But once it's just a matter of doing that for the first time, and then you do find your groove, you find your style, you find how fun it is, and then you will not want to stop. So this will be the next Dutch door, and as I mentioned earlier, this setup I was already there, and then the Planything release, the start of summer releases, yes, it's happening. And the summer Dutch door setup using the new summer stickers, the sunny days and the black alphabets. That video is already out, and that setup came after this, but then that was more time sensitive, so that video had to be dropped earlier. So that is why this ended up as the last video to be actually up on my channel. So by the time you see, everything will be there, and then a full flip through of this completed journal will be coming. So it will be everything from where I started. Do you remember that 3D butterfly one? It was so much fun with three-dimensional butterflies. Do you remember that one? And that's the next gardening themed one, next page, and on to the cutting part now. And let me know if you have gone picnic this season, and if you do, what your favorite activity is. Do you just sit and read? Do you just sit and journal? Or do you just do all of these activities that you see? You might think that this is a lot of wasted space, but then you do have more space available to you. So I'm going and adding some sky. So it did end up rather a bit more of a stormy or a cloudy sky than what I had wanted. So I'm just dusting off the excess, and I will come and add a bit more of that blending. Yeah, it did end up a bit more stormier than what I had wanted, but I think it is okay. This time I decided to do a bit more blue, and yeah, I think the purple just really makes it a stormy look, which is okay, but that's what we have. And trying to use the elements we have on the page underneath, because I would rather have the ink all visible, because with the paper stickers that's quite not achieved. So I'm trying to see what other elements I can bring in, but again I'm trying to limit the usage of paper stickers on the space with ink. And I do have full tutorials on how you can get started, because again the distress oxides and inks it is so much fun, and the effect it gives on the pages is amazing. So I got started with the distress oxides in my happy planner, and then I moved on to the journals. I do have a full tutorial if you want to check that out on the basics, the do's, the don'ts, and how you can make sure that you do not have the inks all over your work surface or your hands and then smear it all over the pages, because that's something I hear from folks all the time, and I do get that question quite often, asking how they keep their space and pages mess free. So this is the next page, and we have this one, and I'm just trying to mimic the shape It need not necessarily be the exact elements I used. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, but it's the shape that we have that matters. And if I have the same element, if I can turn it around and match the shape of this symmetry, then I think I'm going with that because that's the easiest way. But if you have something that does not make it anywhere, then yeah. So the colors are again very different, and these are pre-cut washi tape stickers. These are the leisurely days, and my code Priya10 earns you 10% off at Planything. These are from the washi tape shop, and these are still available, and these are so fun. It's just like a leisurely day, just like the name suggests. And this girl can now sit there, and she will be all ready to read or journal or whatever, and she has a full area dedicated for her needs. And I will also come and add some of these smaller elements to pull it together. And as you can see, it is translucent because it's a washi tape sticker, and it's not as fragile as you would think, but it is nice and thin, and it does not add a lot of bulk. So we will have another one of these girls on this side to pull it together, and she's just being silly using the garden hose, and there are a couple of other elements we could use. So I really wanted to use that, so I ended up using it there. That's, I think, a packet of seeds. It's like hung to dry to save the seeds for the next year or whatever. So if you are into gardening, so you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's a leisurely days, and that's just a nice simple touch, something to pull everything together, which I think it did, because I prefer the scene with all these girls hanging around and just trying to make sure I have her straight, and that straight edge is just not visible. So that's the goal. Yeah. So her hair is anyway flying in the air, so you could see that it is a pretty outdoorsy and a springtime. It can be a springtime scene, right? So let's bring in some bees now. And these sticker books are all available to pick up if you would like to, and the ones at Live Love Posh and the washi tape shop also, and adding some tracks for all the bees. Please find all my favorite tools, including these pens and those tweezers and those gyro cut, all of those linked down in the description. And please make sure that you pick the original one when you pick the gyro cut, because there is a lot of knockoffs in the market, and it truly does make a difference in your cutting projects. And I'm now trying to see what else I can bring in. And this is, I think, in fact, I was looking for the boxes, and I decided to check these sticker books from Mojo Jojo Plans, and I'm going with some of these longer ones so that she will have a nice flat surface to sit on. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Mojo Jojo Plans also. And please find all the shops and codes and links down in the description, along with all the upcoming releases, so that you wouldn't miss any of those. And sometimes when some shops have releases, they don't have the codes that can be stacked, or sales if they are happening. But I'll have all that information so that I do not confuse you here. And I'm not sure if these sticker books are still in stock at Mojo Jojo Plans, but for anything in stock, my code works. And these are some of the smaller elements from the Spring Love sticker book. And the Live Love Posh stickers also, it is so much. So there are so many collections you get in each sticker book, and you will have enough to last you for some time. And that girl definitely needs something to stand on. So there she is, just being silly. Why not? And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more sneaks and a bit more about myself over there, and it's a great community, a great creative community to hang out with. And if you like today's video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the future videos. And please find all the shops and links and codes all in the description. So I decided to just try and see if I need that script washi near some of these boxes. And there were these scraps that were left over from the last time, and I did add a few here and there. No rhyme or reason, just some random spaces. And I'm also just putting it down like so. Let me know if you liked the spread with the script washi or without it, because everybody is different and some people like it just without it. And that is, don't throw away your scraps, you will need it. So that is the Planny Thing washi from the older subscriptions, and I'm going to be using that as like a border or some parts of the brick wall or pavement or something. And this subscription box, this is from the March subscription box, it is still available to subscribe, and you can grab the subscription boxes using my link, and it truly matters if you do so. I really appreciate it, because your support means the world to me. And as you can see, the script washis will be coming out, and these I think go better here. And since this is just a journal, my friend can use it. She has that space available, so she can use it as and when she would need it. And I'm going and making a couple more of those ones so that I can just finish this off. And you see how I'm using my handy dandy paper trimmer to cut it in half so that I can use it in two different spaces. And that purple paper trimmer is from Journal C, just like that paper clip and that small scissors. And my code Priya earns you 8% off. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.